With your hands like that.
Teach me grappling. What's up, guys? Brian Peterson. I've got Majid Reis here.
Yes, I'm right here, buddy.
And we're giving you guys this video because we saw that high kick by Bahgdasaryan. Did you guys see that 145-pounder?
Good kick.
Second round with England.
It was unbelievable.
It was a fun fight. We had Southpaw versus Orthodox.
Which is a big mistake watching these two great points. Both are exposed. As you can see, I'm going to go right to it, Brian. So Brian is Orthodox and I'm Southpaw. Who is open at this time? Where both are open. Look at this. Both our sides are open. A basic requirement is when we are open on both sides. But if I'm Orthodox,
This is my open side.
Yeah, if this is Orthodox, I am blocked, and my power leg he's blocking his power. So he gives me the power leg. Oh, so again, but if you use his front leg, it's very hard to generate power. It's very hard to see it. But if you're both, he's Southpaw and I'm Southpaw. If you're Orthodox, now we're both open. Now, who gets first shot actually has the advantage. There, oh, see that's a good one he did. Another one is to high kick up. And the power shots, we're both exposed. Now, here's a great thing. We have to watch about two things. First, we have to talk about the attack. Second, we talk about the mistakes that he did. Okay, now this Bahgdasaryan kicked him, and when he kicked, if you go watch behind me, he did not swing.
Just stay there.
Just that. You got to stay behind me so you can see behind my shoulder. He did not wind up. And second of all, look where his hands are. Hands are just blocking the vision below him. So you cannot have my eye contact facing my leg. So you cannot see him until last minute because these eyes are blocking my feet. So if he's facing his hands this way, he can't see my leg. And he brought the leg straight. As you bring the leg under the sit, we kick up upwards. It's called the upward kick that Angle did. He came up and flip it up. And that's why the kick is hard to see. And so what he did under panic, we're going to talk about, should we talk about the up kick first, Brian?
Yeah, go ahead. Show
the
us.
up kick comes, look at the key we did just the video just yesterday, the last video we did, good chamber. If you have a chamber, you can not able to get stuck in the middle of the hand or leg. If the chamber wasn't there, the leg would have stopped him or blocked him. But because he chambered his leg till last minute, the knee passed the head, and that's when he executed the kick. So watch the knee going up, flip the kick up, and that's why it's so quick to see, and it's hard to block. Even though when he came straight down, he thought the leg was coming close, so reached out for it.
Yeah,
this is a mistake, the defense part. He reached out for it as a basic dummy. He reached out for it and he flipped up to the head. Put your head close to the front. He was here, and then he went flipped up to the head. So it's hard.
But Majid, this kick doesn't work.
Well, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work because when you kick like that, you're kicking with no power.
Yes.
The only way you get power is if you wind up and you just turn your hips.
Just go through it and just break the head. That's
You
the
talk
way.
to him for a while.
Well, the idea is, guys, it's not the power kick. It's about the touch, the up kick, like I talked about the croak up kick. It's called the taking the cap off. You don't have to croak across it. You have to go over the head, like chipping the head. Then when you touch 45 angle to the shin, that's just enough to show the target. Oh, Brian went about the pad for you guys. So what? This is the basic typical Muay Thai kick, is to go across the body. So much power going to it. But at the end of the day, look at this. If I try to head this way, it's too much power, generating so much power. But in this case, he goes up, take the chaps off. Taking the cap off, here's the cap of the bottle, I'm taking the cap off. When I hit up there, your brain has to straddle, and that's enough for you. Now, when you put the cap off this way, just going upwards.
I don't want to hit my face.
Don't put your head down. So if you stay behind me like this, I'm going to turn for you.
You gotta give all of you.
Instead of going all the way here, watch my kick going straight up, and I go up straight, and I'm turning. All right, 1 second. Yeah. I go up straight. Look at the angle. There could be another guy standing here, but I won't be winding up this far. I'll come straight up. Look at my chamber, and last minute I turn the hip. Last minute I turn up, and you see there is no possibility.
Get over here. Come here. No, it's good. Guys, the power in that kick, it doesn't need to be like 100%. He may be able to kick, let's say Majid kicks 100% by full load up, shows me the kick, just kicks as hard as he can, that's his 100% kick. That will knock me out. If Majid throws this kick fast, the way he's showing you right now, let's just say it's 85%.
Even
That's
70%.
If it hits me,
but when he does not know it's coming, that's the problem.
That matters.
It's not like Mike Tyson. When you see the punch, that's why people were getting knocked out. They could never see the punch. The kick, the guy just went down here. and he goes, when the kick that you don't see, or the punch you don't see, that's the punch you get knocked out by. But when you see something coming, you would tighten up and you can take the impact. But the punch or the kick that you get hit by is a surprise kick. He just went like this.
There's too many guys out there that try to load up.
Exactly.
And that's their problem. Come on back over here, Maja. Give me a side view of that kick.
So watch me. I'm going straight. The kick is all the way chambered till last minute.
Again, I don't know if it's going to be a front kick.
I don't know if it turns up. So, and you see my body movement. It's very little to turn at the end. I'm all the way straight till last minute. I turn a second, and I just need to penetrate about 6-7 inches into the head. Your brain doesn't need to move 1 feet away. If I want to hit him, like in old Bruce Lee used to say, penetrate 1 inch. In this case, we're penetrating about 2 inches. So I'm going to end up penetrating from here, end up stopping half of his face. Like when I penetrate, I want to go about 2, 3, 6 inches into his head. That's it. You don't need to penetrate 1 foot. It's too much work. Too much work of kind of. This is a kickboxing side kick of taking the cap off, roundhouse kick. Now watch the typical roundhouse kick. Watch how I'm gonna wind up. If you stay behind me, I have to go up here and I have to turn. I have to go the body, go. There's so much turning. If I miss, I lose the composure. It's so much. But in this kick, if I miss the kick,
show me over here. Show me over here.
Yeah.
Sending left.
So if I do look, how much I wind up. So there's so much start kicking up. There's so much turn. But watch me. If I come straight, even if I miss, get away. Get away from me, back away. So watch. I'm back here. But if I would have done a typical kick, I would have turned my whole body and I lose my composure. But look at this one. I'm coming straight up. Just that penetration. I can't see it coming. It's hard to see it blind coming. I'm coming straight up. And if you stay behind his back, if you put the pad this way, you put the pad this way.
You always love these angles.
And now, stay behind, put the camera just behind his head here. So you can see on the shoulder, my body does not telegraph, or maybe from the other shoulder. Yes, here we go, so you can see. So watch, my kick will come from here, without opening from here, it'll come from here, like it's going to his stomach. It's so short and so quick, you never see it coming.
Hurts.
And it's
hurting
quick.
my arm.
Imagine the surprise of not knowing what's going on. So I'm here, I'm southpaw, he's orthodox, he's open, I'm open, but I go first. And that's it, I just penetrated just enough. And that should be it. And that's why he reached down, because the kick was coming straight. He pointed his head down and the other hand was down. That's not get knocked out. I see in the gym all the time, people reaching out for the kick. If this is the president, the bodyguards don't run after the gunman, they run after the president. This is the president, this is the king. Don't reach out for the bullet. Reach out for the president, protect him so the bullet don't get hurt. So keep your hands by your face. Don't reach out for it. Protect your face. This is your president, protect him. Do not reach out. Right, Brian? I think it's a good example.
That's an interesting example. I love it every time you give it.
I know, I think about that. This is the king, and these are your...
You got it, yeah. In the chess game, you got to protect the king.
Yeah, don't reach, don't let the... Anyway, I'm getting pumped up.
It was a beautiful kick by Bahgdasaryan, and I think it's a perfect example to illustrate that there isn't one way to do it. There's multiple ways to do things, and this is a very effective way. And a lot of people in the martial arts world, especially the mixed martial arts world, because they see big, hard kicks a lot, they think that you always have to load up, and you really don't. I mean, it was a very powerful kick. He also showed really good flexibility. You could see that his head didn't move. It was just
good chamber,
boom, like chamber,
proper
and just
chamber.
He snapped it.
Did not
whipped.
Telegraph his body.
Yeah, he didn't have to lean or do anything. He just picked his leg up and let it go.
Let it go.
And it was so easy.
Do you understand?
So
when
effective.
it's done right, it's done light. When it's light is right, then it's perfect shot. But when you wind up too much, the other guy can see it coming, that's a mistake. So we have an advantage of throwing a typical kick, round kick. There's no one way of throwing one proper kick. You can so many ways of doing it, but there's a timing for everything. Right, Brian?
You know, if everybody was already kicking this way, we wouldn't be having this conversation. We keep talking about it, but we talk about it mostly because it's what's missing
because a lot of foundation of kickers are basing the losing foundation of chambering, proper kick, how to close to the last minute and then throw the punch or throw the kick. Everything is done blinded until the last minute you open up the execution.
You know, I hate to keep doing this, but another example is the same thing with boxing. Like boxing in mixed martial arts has gotten better and better. Like if you go back years, they were more wide and brawling. And now they're starting to get better with their boxing.
Not
and
telegraphing.
now, they're not telegraphing as much because boxing is very popular, especially in the United States.
States is ahead of the game. So when I came for the first time in States, my boxing sucked, even though I played with my national team of boxing, but American boxing is way ahead of the game. So what was the difference? The small slight changes without telegraphing and short movements was the key. It's not too much work, it's short.
And it's
accurate.
the same thing.
It's the same
thing
with
we're talking about with the kicking.
Kicking. So in karate, traditional karate, they wind up because when the karate started, ordinary men were learning how to skill. But when you get better, the same thing changes to combat. Like I talk about the truck and the car. The truck has big wheel, big steering, and sports car has small wheels that turn faster. So same thing with fighting. You can't make big, wide motions, telegraphing. You got to make it short and quick. Look, jab and hook, short, just short. It's not big, wide hook. It's not big up. It's short, short, just short, quick. Same thing with the kick, hooks, round. It's a very short turn. Make it compact, make it clean. I'm sorry about them, just carrying away. Brian, carry on, please carry on.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and Majid will be back next time with more great stuff.
Yeah.